welcome back to my channel. Hi, welcome back. Today we're talking about something that is very, very important to me and something that takes a lot of space in my life because, as you may or may not know, I manage being a full-time master's student, working full-time in marketing, managing a small business, and so I have all of these things going on in my life, and in order to make them all happen, make all my dreams come true, then we need to tackle them in very specific strategies. So that's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about how to multitask and how to tackle on several projects without going crazy. I'll give you some strategies that I use to make sure that I reduce my levels of stress, I reduce my burnout, and I actually make my dreams come true. I want to preface by saying that you should absolutely embrace the chaos. Being someone who is a multitasker, who works on a variety of projects at any given time, is tough, and accepting that multitasking is part of the process is going to help reduce stress. So instead of fighting that feeling of overwhelm, and instead of fighting, wanting to be perfect all the time, we're gonna romanticize it. We're gonna embrace it. Not romanticize it in a toxic way, but we're gonna accept that it's about progress, not perfection, and that some days are gonna look awesome and some other days are gonna look like total crap. So embrace the chaos. That's my preface for this video, and give yourself some grace. Working on several projects at the same time is really, really tough, and I'm sure you are doing absolutely amazing. So my first tip is something that I've implemented about 2 years ago, and it has really drastically improved my capacity to make all of my projects productive, if you will, is I build my goals into quarterly, monthly, and then daily. So first of all, I start by setting quarterly goals. So every 4 months in the year, I have different priorities, different goals, and different big projects that I work on. So that's what we're going to start with. So you start with setting quarterly goals. Think of what you want to achieve in the next 3 to 4 months. Maybe you want to launch a new product. Maybe you want to complete a big project. Maybe you want to master a new skill, finish a certain training, whatever it may be. If you divide your year into these quarters and you have these big overarching projects, it gives you a broader vision and it really helps keep you motivated. Next, we're taking these big quarterly projects and we're breaking them down into monthly goals. So if your goal, like we said, was to launch a product, what needs to happen each of those months of the quarter to make that happen? That way we take big projects, we break them down into slightly smaller projects, and then we're gonna break them down one more time after this. The final thing that we're going to want to split in is, of course, distilling these monthly goals into our daily tasks. So we want to ask ourselves, what can I accomplish today that is going to bring me closer to my monthly or quarterly goals? But having this daily focus makes consistent progress. It's all not about accomplishing big things, it's about accomplishing very small things, but every single day. And it prevents you from losing sight of the bigger picture, and it's really motivating because you want to be checking things off lists as often as possible because that gives you serotonin and it makes you want to keep going, right? So an example for me, and I'm just going to insert a small trigger warning over here. So a goal for me was by the end of quarter 3, I wanted to lose 10 pounds. So in the last 4 months or 3.5 months of the year, I want to lose 10 pounds, which means that in October, I wanted to lose 3, in November, I wanted to lose 3, and then in December, I wanted to lose 4. And so I have my quarterly goal of 10 pounds, I have my monthly goals of 4 pounds per month, and then I have my daily tasks, which are going for a walk on my lunch break and staying under my calorie deficit allotments. So that's how I break my project into those big quarterly, monthly, and then daily tasks. One of the best strategies in order to manage all of those things is going to be to prioritize projects, because some of them are less important than others, and we have to come to terms with that. So using a framework like the Eisenhower matrix is going to be very helpful. So the Eisenhower matrix has you divide tasks into 4 categories: urgent and important, important but not urgent, urgent but not important, and neither urgent nor important. So dividing your projects into the Eisenhower matrix really helps you understand and focus on what truly matters, and it helps you better allocate your energy and make it more effective. Which leads me to my next tip. I I have daily themes. I can't do time blocking in the literal sense. Like I can't do, I'm gonna spend 2 hours on this and then 1 hour on this, and then, because I end up procrastinating and I end up losing my train of thought and I'm not focused enough. So for me, that is better applied into daily themes. So for example, I might have Marketing Monday where I only focus on my marketing job. I might have Master's Tuesday where I just focus on my master's degree. And so I dedicate specific days of the week to specific tasks. That way I can help my brain switch gears more easily and dive deeper into each project. And by concentrating on one theme at a time, it improves my focus, it improves my productivity, I get to minimize my mental effort, and I don't need to shift between tasks, which is not for me. But we have to not forget to keep things flexible, right? If we find that certain themes don't work, we adjust. If we need something comes up on admin day and we need to make it a family and friends day, then so be it, that's fine. The goal is to keep a general rhythm that will keep you engaged and productive throughout the week, whatever that looks like. Tip number 4, this is a fun one. We're gonna gamify our tasks. This is something that I've started implementing very recently, but I'm seeing the results. We're gonna turn our to-do list into a game that makes completing tasks more fun and motivating. And here's how we're gonna do it. So first, we need to create a point system. So we want to assign points to different tasks based on their difficulty or their time commitment. For example, a simple task like filling in this piece of paperwork might be worth 5 points, whilst a more challenging task like writing the conclusion to this essay might be worth 15 points or even more. So it gives you a clear goal to work towards as you rack up points towards the day. And it makes you, like, it reminds you of where to keep focus and like, oh, I'm feeling really tired today, so maybe I can accomplish just a few 5-point tasks and I'm still gonna have a good tally. You know what I mean? And then with those points, what we do with them is that we set up rewards for reaching milestones. So we can have specific thresholds that unlock rewards. For example, when you reach 50 points, you can treat yourself to your favorite Uber Eats dinner. And when you reach 100 or 150 points, you might want to go for movies with your friends. By giving yourself something to look forward to, something that's very tangible, you're going to be staying motivated to complete your tasks. And this might sound a little bit like it's a lot, but there are actually apps designed for gamification. Various task management apps that let you earn badges or rewards for completing tasks, so that could add an extra layer of engagement and make tracking your progress even more enjoyable. And as a recommendation, I have not tried this yet, but I figured it might work for you. Consider turning it into a friendly competition. Find someone who might have a similar busy schedule as you have and share your point system with friends or colleagues, and then you can have like a friendly competition where, you know, or you could gather the points together and do the rewards together too. I think that could be kind of fun. Whatever works. My last and final tip number 5, is to remember why you started. When juggling multiple projects, it's really easy to get lost in the day-to-day grind and to forget the passion that sparked your journey and why you're here, because you're not doing these things for no reason. You're not a robot. Something called you inside to do these things. So reconnecting with your why can really reignite your motivation and it can keep you focused. One great way to keep the why alive is to create a vision board. Fill it with images, quotes, specific numbers, and just overall reminders of what has inspired you so far and why you started. Place it somewhere you see every day, like in your workspace, your home office, whatever it may be. That visual representation is going to be your daily dose of motivation. For me, my vision board is also my laptop wallpaper, my phone wallpaper, so I never forget. We always remind ourselves of why we're doing this. And don't forget to, by that logic, then celebrate your progress. So every time that you reach a milestone, take that moment to, you know, chill and acknowledge how far you've come and how the thing you just accomplished aligns with your original goals and propulses you further into your overarching projects or your overarching goals. It's going to reinforce your purpose and motivate you to keep going forward. And there you have it. Managing multiple projects is by no means an easy thing to do, but it doesn't have to feel like chaotic juggling and lead you to burnout. By implementing these strategies, like breaking down your goals, creating daily themes, gamifying your tasks, remembering why you started, you can turn that overwhelm into clarity and productivity. Now remember that every small step you take adds up. It's about progress, it's not about perfection. So don't be afraid to experiment with these tips to find out what works best for you. Share your own strategies and experiences in the comments below, of course. I would love to hear what helps you stay on track, and we can share in the little community in the comments. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing for even more insights on how to be productive and successful with a very, very busy life. Thank you for watching, and remember, you have got this. You got this. The fact that you're here, the fact that you're looking into ways to be more productive and do better is already great. It's the first step, and I'm very proud of you, and keep going, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!